The Animal Service Center shelters and cares for over 7,000 animals each year. With limited resources, the animal shelter relies on over 100 dedicated student and adult volunteers to provide support through animal enrichment and community engagement. Volunteers are given the opportunity to participate in daily animal care, exercise, and enrichment. Without volunteers, the animals at the shelter would have limited human contact.
One of the best experiences I've had while volunteering here has been just seeing the different dogs, and I get to the shelter early in the morning and I'm usually the first person they see, and seeing the smiles on their faces. That's the best part, because you get their little wagging tail and their bodies just flinging everywhere, and just the pure happiness from the dogs, seeing that there's someone here to take you out and help you get a forever home.
It's important to have volunteers at the animal shelter because while staff here is fantastic and they do a great job, there just aren't enough of them. So volunteers fill all those gaps. We do everything from coming out and cleaning kennels to walking dogs to cleaning kitty litter pans. These are the ways that we come out here and help.
There's really two things. One is giving love to these animals and doing what we can to make their lives a little better. The second thing, and really the most important thing, is to find a good home for these animals. And really what we're trying to do is to make that connection between the human and the animal, and getting these animals into a good home so that they can do what they do naturally, what Angelica is doing right now, and that's providing that unconditional love that quite frankly we need.
Volunteers don't just help animals, they help other people help animals. Perhaps the most essential role a volunteer plays at the Animal Service Center is their ability to matchmake and assist with adoption.
Probably the most important service that we provide out here is customer service. When customers come looking for a dog, we play matchmaker. And some of us have been trained in how to properly match a person or a family with a dog that would have the traits that they're looking for in a good companion.
I get to see adopters come in and I get to tell them stories about, oh, last week we were playing and, he was so sweet, he's so affectionate, he'd be a great fit for your family.
Each year, Tallahassee Animal Services is invited to participate in a variety of special events in the community. These popular outings provide volunteers with a platform to enlighten the public about the importance of adoption and animal welfare.
I think it's so important for the shelter to have volunteers. I think it's a great way for others to get involved and give back to the community where they live. And then for this event, for Tails and Trails, it's the 13th annual Tails and Trails. It's so exciting that we've been in the community this long. And so we needed so many volunteers to do this. I think it was upwards of 80 that we needed to help out with this. So we always need manpower. We need people to come out and be course marshals and people to help with the food and the children's area. So as many people in the community can get involved, it's just that much better for us, and it all comes back to the animals.
The volunteers will bring animals out to the event. They set up tables. They will talk to people that are interested either in volunteering and fostering. We have a huge foster program that's at the shelter here, and so if somebody is not ready to adopt but might just want to have a short-term foster, those are always in need.
Each volunteer at the Animal Service Center has a story as to why they began volunteering.
The reason I feel volunteering is important because you're giving your time and you're not getting paid for it. You're doing this because you want to, and it's really something you love doing. I spend all this time with the dogs, and then I get home and I know that I've helped them, but it's also made me feel really good about doing that as well.
Well, I feel like volunteering helps the community. It's like you're intermediate between the people and the animals. Since the animals can't speak for themselves, like you have to be the ones to talk for them.
Before I started volunteering here, I was actually scared of dogs, which is kind of funny because I only work with the dogs. But now I get so excited whenever I see animals, and it really changed my outlook.
What I get from volunteering is just a sense of satisfaction that I'm doing something to help homeless cats and dogs, and I'm helping in my own small little way to make the world a better place.
If someone were to come and ask me about volunteering at the shelter, I would say absolutely. It is the most important part of my week. It is the best thing I do. I love volunteering here. It has just made me a better animal handler. I feel like I'm giving to my community, and I have made so many new friends being out here.
The Animal Service Center volunteers are making a tremendous difference. But with your help, just imagine how much more could be done to enrich the lives of animals, engage the adopters, and enlighten our community. Ready to join the team? Our volunteers must be at least 16 years old and be able to volunteer at least 2 hours per week on a schedule. Volunteers must be able to work independently and be able to stand for long periods of time. And finally, volunteers must be able to safely lift or handle animals that weigh at least 35 pounds. Interested in learning more? Call today or visit our website to see how you can make a difference as a member of our volunteer community.